Wow. Okay. I see you want your sis to guide you with the pathway one, huh? All right, let's get it. If you have not seen the previous pathway interactive video, please stop this video and watch the video called The Power of Your Conscience, How Your Inner Voice Shapes Your Life. This will help you along this interactive journey. And for the rest of y'all, let's begin. So now this journey is all inspiring, and I am going to enjoy sharing it with you. So let's take the time out to really understand our own unique conscience. So I would like for you to find out your morals, ethics, beliefs, and influences that make up who you are. Please write them down in a journal that you can keep going back to when needed. Now I must admit, I have heard others talking about writing in journals, and I have before, but this task right here was not really hard. It wasn't boring or unnecessary. I truly felt really good about writing down my makeup, and it brought forth more understanding of who I am. Now, while you're preparing to journal, or if journaling is not your thing, you can always just think about it and just remember them, just keep it in the back of your mind. Now, that's a skill I just don't have, but shout out to you if you do, because a sis like me needs to write things down. So, and if you have to pause the video to write them down, I totally understand, and I will be here when you get back. Believe me, I'm not going anywhere. Just hit pause, do your thing, and just start the video back up, okay? So now, once you understand your guilty conscience, acknowledge and accept your feelings. Deal with it. And please try not to push them away or ignore them. Instead, face them head on and try to understand why you feel guilty. Then take responsibility for your actions. Too many of us shift the blame onto other people or make excuses as to why we are doing things we know aren't right. We should never hide behind something that fuels guilt. Own up to your mistakes. Forgive yourself. Seek forgiveness from others. And if necessary, try to make up for your wrongdoing. Most importantly, learn from your mistakes. Use your guilt as an opportunity to learn and become wiser, thinking about what you could have done differently and how you can avoid making the same mistakes going forward. Remember, getting rid of a guilty conscience takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and take things one step at a time. Believe me, your ConscienSiS will be right here to guide you. So while you are taking that one step, I want to share a time when I had to get rid of my guilt. But first, let's have our mental break. I would like to take this opportunity to think about how you will take that first step and how you will make sure that you do not give in or give up on dealing with your guilt. Also, please put opinions and thoughts in the comment section. I will appreciate it. They can generate stimulating dialogue. Now, let's take our breathing break. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, back to me describing my time dealing with guilt in my own way. So first off, I am a life coach with a psychology degree, and I remember a time in school when I had an internship opportunity to pursue my master's. One day, I was assessing a client, and the client was speaking about things that were making them frustrated. I'm paraphrasing, but they said things like their child was stressing them out because of the conflict at school that is causing the principal to be involved, which means they had to call off work, sometimes go up to the school and deal with their child. Then they spoke about how they believed that their sibling was taking money from their mom and they wanted to confront them but did not know how. So this client was venting and letting me in on some things that were going on in their life at the time. Instead of just seeing it that way, my liaison and the administrator who was overseeing the assessment stated to me after writing their assessment notes that I needed to make sure that I put that the client had an anxiety disorder. And I asked, why? Why would I put that when clearly she was just venting? The administrator told me that to get paid by the insurance companies, we need to identify a disorder or mental health issue. I said, but they don't have anxiety. They were just telling me the troubles they had to face this week. And they said, I know, but we need to ensure the client's mental health insurance covers her assessment today. This keeps her coming to future sessions and assessments. So I looked them dead in the eye and said, at this time, I know I am just a student and I don't know much about diagnosing someone just yet, but do you really believe that they have anxiety disorder? They said no, but this is what we have to do, okay? I tried to speak on how this would go on their record and label this client without her knowing the depths of what's going on. They trust us, I said. Why would we lie just to make sure that the facility gets paid? They told me, hey, that is just the way it is and we can't do anything about it. If the insurance companies want this, then it is what it is. We do not want to get denied for her session today. At that moment, I felt disheartened and went back into my office and wrote out their assessment notes. And when it came down to that particular part when they wanted me to put anxiety disorder, I did not put it. My conscience wouldn't let me, but my guilty conscience kicked in when I lied to the facility saying I did put it and everything was set. They put it in and billed that particular client, and for 2 days I felt really guilty that I lied to the facility even though they were doing something wrong. So I just walked into my administrator's office and told her the truth. I stood on why I did not put anxiety disorder, but was wrong for lying to them. My administrator got upset and said to me that I was not a team player and that I should think about looking for another internship for the semester. They did not drop me from their internship roster, but I left because I did not want to be part of a nonprofit organization that would do such a thing. And that was the best thing for me, because I realized that I wanted to cut the middleman, who is the system, and go directly to the client. So it blessed me with an opportunity to become a life coach without insurance makeup. And little did I know that people will pay out of pocket for great services and trusted businesses when they realize they are professionally legit and compassionate about their situation. That's why some people don't seek counseling because of this. And with me thinking about my future and guiding others, I decided to create this channel to help individuals virtually by using options and symbolic actions to get them to the next level with a serious, informative tone, sprinkled with a little bit of lightheartedness, injecting small doses of joy and positivity. But I'm not a doctor. And now I am not saying that all mental health facilities are doing that. It's just this particular one decided to take that path. And I don't believe insurance companies do that, but who am I? Hey, I don't know. But I do know at the time of making this video, they are temporarily shut down due to violations with the board. But let me say this. It is some good therapists out there. I have one, and I enjoy our connection. So this was not to down the many therapists, counselors, and psychologists out there, but to let you guys know why I did not continue pursuing that path to helping others. Whew. That was a long story. but I am glad that I was able to share with you. And I hope it helped you to overcome and give you the courage to get rid of your guilty conscience. So are you ready to dig into the symbolic actions that can effectively rid your guilt? After writing your personal journal entry and pondering on what makes you, you, which action will you choose to do? Which action will you like to dive into first? Will it be me, myself, and sweet mercy, or making amends? It's up to you. I'll be waiting on the other side.